Hey everyone, so today we're on lesson 12.1, and lesson 12.1 is all about measurement. So you will be able to use measurement benchmarks to understand relative size of measurement units. So remember, a benchmark like we use in fractions, the 0, 1/2, and 1/2, they're just something that you can compare something to. So up here we have customary units of length. Length are inches, feet, yards, and miles in customary units. We're going to be talking about customary and metric, but right now we're just on customary. So units of length are inches, feet, yard, and minutes, and miles. I'm sorry. So a mile is a customary unit for measuring length or distance. That's the only difference. You can obviously you know that you can run miles, bike miles, drive miles. Miles are used to how you get from point A to point B. So it says a baseball bat is about 1 yard long, as you can see. Since Jake's bike is shorter than 4 times the length of the baseball bat, his bike is shorter than 4 yards long. So Jake's statement blank is reasonable. It's not. Because when they say since Jake's bike is shorter than 4 times the length of the baseball bat, they're saying that a bike is 4 yards long. A bike is not 4 yards long. That would be 4 bikes long. If you take a look, it's about 1 baseball bat and maybe like a quarter of another baseball bat. So it's not 4 times the length. Jake's bike is about 1 1/2 baseball bats long. So moving on to units of liquid volume. When it says liquid volume, that's pouring anything, measuring anything for bacon that obviously is liquid, and volume is what takes up space in something. So 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces. There's a pint, a quart, a half gallon, and a gallon. So about how much liquid is a mug of hot chocolate? Which one would you want to use? What benchmark would you want to use? I would say it's about 1 cup. And let's be reasonable, you're not drinking a gallon of hot chocolate, even though I know you would want to. So, moving on to customary units of weight. Weight is obviously how you weigh something, ounces, pounds, and tons. So how much does a grapefruit weigh? You'd say about 1 pound. 1 pound is equivalent to a loaf of bread. And then 1 ounce is about 5 pencils. And then a ton is a car. Moving on to the next page. I know this is a lot of information all at once. Now we have metric system. In the metric system, each unit is 10 times as large as the next unit. That's really important. So it goes by 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. So it says we have metric units of length. So we have customary, and then we have metric units of length. So metric units of length are millimeters, centimeters, decimeters, meters, and kilometer. And then a kilometer is really equivalent to a mile, but it's just a metric unit of measuring length or distance. Is the length of your classroom greater or less than 1 kilometer? So if you think about it, 1 kilometer is about 10 minutes of walking. You can walk around from each side of my classroom in less than 10 minutes. So it's less than a kilometer. About how much medicine is usually in a medicine bottle. So, we're going to go over it. Metric units of liquid volume. We have milliliter, that's usually in the dropper that maybe you might take medicine from, or a liter is kind of like my water bottle. So about how much medicine is usually in a medicine drop, about 120, we're going to say millimeters. Milliliter, I'm sorry. And then our last one, it says metric units of mass. About how much mass is in a paperclip. We have grams, which is about the size of a dollar bill, and then a kilogram, which is the how much the bat weighs. So metric units of mass is also equivalent. Mass is the same word as weight. So that's really important. All right, about how much is the mass of the paperclip? We're going to say about a gram. Because A gram is about equivalent to the weight of a dollar bill. All right, moving on to the next page. It says use the benchmarks to choose the metric unit you would like to use to measure each. I would flip back and forth through this page and this place to help you. So we're just using metric units right here. So you have to choose, I would just stay on this page so you can look back and forth. What is the mass of a strawberry? Or what is it like equivalent to? You want to choose mass means weight. So make sure that you're looking at these two down here. It's about a gram. I'm going to cross it off. The length of a cell phone. Again, if you're looking at metric units of length, it's on the top one right there, metric units of length. You could either choose centimeter or meter or kilometer. So which one makes the most sense? Centimeter. Width of a teacher's desk. Is it either going to be 10 meters long or 1 meter? It's only going to be 1 meter. It's about the size of a door. The amount of liquid in punch bowls, is it 2 liters or 20 liters? So about in a punch bowl, don't think too big. It's just going to be 2 liters. 20 liters would be like really, really like a swimming pool almost. All right. Distance between Seattle and San Francisco. Is it 6 miles or 680 miles? You would just have to know how the distance between them is pretty far. So it is 680 miles. Down here, use benchmarks to choose customary units you would like to measure. So since we're using customary units for on your own, you want to go back to our first page on customary units. So the length of a football field. So when you're thinking about length, it's that first box on the back page. You can either choose foot, yard, or inch, and we're going to go with yard. If you watch football, you know that they use the word yards when they're talking about the game or how much maybe like the other team's going forward or backwards. Okay, the weight of a pumpkin, that can either be ounce, pound, and we're going to go with pound because an ounce was only 5 pencils and a pumpkin weighs a little bit more. All right, circle the better estimate. The weight of a watermelon, is it 4 pounds or 4 ounces? Ounces, remember, are pencils. Pounds make more sense. And then we have the amount of liquid a fish tank holds. Is it 10 cups or 10 gallons? Imagine like a really big fish tank. I carry my gallon around with me all the time, so it is 10 gallons instead of 10 cups wouldn't be enough. All right, complete the sentence, right? More or less. Matthew's large dog weighs less than a ton. Remember, a ton is the size of a car or how much a car weighs. There can be blank than 1 cup of water in the sink. I'm going to say more than 1 cup. If you've ever baked, a cup is only about 8 ounces. It's only about like this big. And then a paper clip has the mass. Remember, mass means weight of blank than a kilogram. A kilogram is way more than a weight. A kilogram, you need like 100 billion paper clips to get you to a kilogram. So it is less. And we're done.